Oil was first discovered in Oloibiri, Bayelsa State in the year 1956 by Shell Darcy. According to the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, Nigeria currently has the world's 10th largest oil reserve and is the world's 13th largest producer of crude oil in the world. Jesus spoke in parables, the elders of Africa spoke in proverbs, but I, Senator AJ, speak with illustrations and examples. Nigeria started exporting crude oil in 1960. A total of 847,000 barrels of crude oil was exported. She is also the second largest oil producer in Africa. Nigeria's income and budget have been largely supported from the revenue generated from the petroleum industry since 1960, the oil boom era. The oil boom era of the 1970s was responsible for the emergence of disorderliness in Nigeria. There was a remarkable increase in the foreign exchange during the oil boom era in Nigeria. The oil price during the oil boom era in Nigeria, shocks of the 1973 and 74 and 1979 resulted in a large transfer of wealth in Nigeria. In 1973, oil output exploded from just over 5 million barrels to 600 million barrels. Government oil revenues in turn accelerated from 66 million naira to 10 billion naira in 1980. General Yakubu Gowon, former head of state at that time, said, and I quote, "Money is not the problem of Nigeria, but how to spend it. Just imagine." But now, reverse is the case. Nigeria exports in the second quarter of 2022 were dominated by crude oil, accounting for 8% of the total export revenue, despite the huge oil theft recorded in recent times. Data sourced from National Bureau of Statistics latest report on merchandise trade showed that crude oil exports is valued at 5.9 billion naira, accounting for 80% of total exports undertaken by Nigeria in the period under review, which is 2022. The country has in recent times recorded an increase in the activities of pipeline vandals, resulting in a rise in crude oil theft. According to the Group Chief Executive Officer, Nigerian National Petroleum Limited Company, Mr. Mele Kyari, I know some people will be surprised that NNPC has now changed to NNPL, simply because it's no longer a corporation but a limited company. Simply because we have partially privatized our government-owned property, ownership. According to him, in an interview, he said that the country's low crude oil output is due to the oil theft resulting from the vandalization of pipelines in the Niger Delta area of the country. Nigeria can no longer meet up with the OPEC's requirements. According to him, 295 illegal connections have been located around the pipelines, which led to the shutdown of production. When I say we are losing 700,000 barrels of crude oil per day, I really mean it. There is no company that will produce and lose 80% of its crude oil and will continue to produce. Nigeria is now wallowing in a 42 trillion naira debt and still counting. How can there be a budget and the debt is more than the revenue generated? Well, that's the case in Nigeria. Sometimes I feel ashamed to say Nigeria is the giant of Africa with such a crippled economy. There's an adage in Yoruba which says, "Kokoro to n jefo, inu efo lo wa," which means the ant that eats the vegetable leaf stays in the leaf. That is the case of Nigeria. We are the problem. We can't be stealing from our own source of income all in the name of partaking from the national cake. All we need is no Messiah, but we all working together for the improvement and the betterment of our country, and also holding those in power accountable for their doings in Nigeria, our country. Thank you very much. God bless. Do well to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on the notification button so you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. Good night and see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye.
Voila.